Okay, good evening, everybody. Today we are talking about the issues that we are very close to heart, issue one. Last few lessons, we talked about some SRQ about internal and external securities. And as you know, in page 57, I think you guys please pay attention of this one. Okay, it's very close at heart and it came out a few times in exam before. Okay, page 57 talk about having a good leadership. So you can put the first L. L stand for leadership is key. Okay, put that. Okay, it's called LARA. Sao Shen, can you type for me inside the group chat to tell everybody? Is it okay, sir? Thank you so much. You type LARA. Okay, leadership is key for everybody. Okay, leadership is key. And then A, this one is very important. Anticipate change and stay relevant. You have to anticipate change to see what is going on. Thank you, Sao Shen. It's not ARA, it's LARA, LARA, LARA. Thank you. Yes. Understand. I know some of you having a prelim here and there for set 4. That is the reason why I want to go all the way out to help you on the face-to-face, because I recently received a few of my students, set 4 students especially, okay? They all missed by a few marks because of time management. They know how to write, right? Rachel, I believe you know how to write the answer, but it's the time management that costs you. To be honest, you guys may not have the full paper sometime in school. It's very unlikely your school will give you a full paper with a 2-period timing, okay? And especially social study is very recent case. So you need a lot of information. So, right, let's turn to page, okay, let's turn to page 70 and 71. This is where you talk about the internal and external security, okay? Yeah, but having said that, next thing, we go back to Lara again. Next one is the other R is reward for work, work for reward. You write down practicing meritocracy. I expect for the set 3 student, take note now, Jiali. This one, page 57, most likely may come up for this SRQ. I'm not sure, unless your teacher has tested you already for the first semester. Okay, this topic, this LARA, ideas shaping governments, is a very common questions for everybody. Okay, so we have the practicing meritocracy means write down rewards for work, work for reward. Hello, see. Yes, I like that, man. High five. Hey, sorry, Ziyi, just now you came in late. I just want to inform you the glass group one has to hold on for a while, not cancel, but postpone until further notice. Thanks to those karaoke uncles, that's what they're saying. So because of that, we have to restrict and to play safe, okay? The restaurants also have to have restrictions, so we have to stop for a while first. But definitely, hopefully, somewhere end of August or that 1 week of September, I would like to give you a full paper examinations of that, all right? So next one will be the last one, a stake for all, an opportunity for everyone. That means 一视同仁, all are equal, all right? Take note now. That means there's no biasness, there's no prejudice. So everybody is on the right footing. Okay, so leadership is key, anticipate change and stay relevant. Okay, and reward for work, work for reward, practicing meritocracy, and of course, providing a stake for everybody. All right, take note on that. Okay, now, this is a right time, even though I can use the very current situations that we are talking about because of this COVID-19, that everyone's come together. So here we will talk about what is my nationality. Okay, I know some of you have given up some of your nationality and become Singapore citizenships, or even some Singaporean give up the citizenship and become Americans or Australian citizenship. Okay, what is so significant about this chapter, this issue? Because nationality shape the way you see things, the way you perform. Remember NRIC, nationality, race, religions and rights, and identity, and also citizenships. Okay, what is there multiracial and well, no, sorry, it's not what, it's why is there. Okay, it's not what, sorry. It's why is there multiracial and multi-religion in Singapore? So they might be asking something like SRQ, SPQ, guys, take note. Don't blur. The next 3 months is very exam focused. Okay, Ye Ping and Jerry, if you are not sure, please ask questions. Don't worry. Okay, so take note of this, guys. Because of multiracial and multi-religions, that makes Singapore very unique right now. Unique because Singapore doesn't have the real original root, it belongs to the Malays or the Chinese or the Europeans. It's just an island by itself. Okay, Ziyi, do you think Iceland is also a country, an island? Does it also consider as a multiracial, multi-religious country? Or is just very unique? Anyone? Ziyi?
Where?
Iceland.
Iceland.
Mm. Okay, let's talk about Japan. What about Japan?
Japan.
Mm.
Japan was like very isolationist, right?
Yeah.
So like they preserve their like culture a lot, and they didn't really like let a lot of like global like culture influence them.
Okay, because
So,
they're
like,
unique, like homogeneous, like all Japanese, right?
Yeah.
Mostly.
But like now that like some like other people have like gone like to live in Japan, like for example, like there are like people of like different like races that go and live in Japan now. It's a bit more not more open per se, because like they're still like very like proud of like their culture and
exactly.
like
Yes.
they're like
But you realize a lot of foreigners still going there, but maybe they are still a bit of xenophobia, right? Okay.
Yeah.
Just like France, right? I think all of you study about the assimilation of France. That people go in there, you must practice their culture, you must die follow their cultures. No, I don't care whether you come from China, Japan, or Singapore, or even in Saudi Arabia. As long as you come to France, you follow my way of life, which is quite sad. But I don't think is Singapore we can have this assimilations to allow this to happen. So we allow multiracials. Just like thank you. What you mentioned about Japan, they still open up because you know why not? So because of aging population. There are certain jobs that the youngster may not want to take over. So as a result, no choice, they have to get foreigners to come in. Iceland is another country, like they are also similar to Japan, but their culture is a bit different because maybe they have their own the Vikings style of working, or similar to the North South Scandinavia, the Finland, Sweden, and Norway. And then as well as the Switzerland, maybe Switzerland also in practice of neutralizations, do not want to involve others, but their units. But why I mentioned this country, please take note, ladies and gentlemen. Singapore is just happened to be in the middle of nowhere of Southeast Asia, that it happens to because of Sir Stamford Raffles came to Singapore and make it as a base. And then from there, somehow or other, thank God, the leaders starting from Lee Kuan Yew all the way now, we have a very 3P, very peaceful, very productive, and also it's a perfect place so-called to stay in Singapore. But then again, go back to number 3. What is your identity? Meaning the fact of being who you are and what a person of it. Okay, who a person is, the quality of a person and the group. Meaning that if you are Chinese, is there any advantage not seeing in Singapore? If you are Chinese, does it make you a more advantage than the rest of Malay and Indians? Yuma, do you think so?
I don't think so.
Very good. Yes, is everyone fair, right? Yeah, but if you go to other countries, for example, you go to Taiwan, okay, let's say my Malay friends also visit to other countries like Taiwan or even in China. The only things that is a bit disadvantage, guys, is because of what? Muslim food, halal food. Agree, not seeing it, right? Like Taiwan, most of the time they eat pork and things like that, and maybe food are not halal, so it's a bit difficult for them, right? So else for us in Singapore, you don't worry. Any corner you'll see different type of variety of food. That's why it's in one of the topic, diversity. Food is the most important. It's the livelihood. So they identified it. So there are questions like that coming out in SPQ. ask you about why do you think that Singapore is unique? Why is it there is diversity? Because we want to write down children, write down because we want to cater to all walks of life, to be fair and equal. Okay, take note of that. What rights do citizens have in Singapore? Whether you're a Singaporean, PR, foreigners, as long as you don't break the law in Singapore, you are able to do the right things. Okay, sadly to say, I'm using the example of recent case that these people who came in from Vietnam, no illegal workings, no proper work permit, that's it. All these 8 or 9 Vietnamese will be banned from coming to Singapore, I think, for the rest of their life. That's how strict we are. We want to protect our citizens. Well, because we cannot afford, right down, we cannot afford any hiccup. True enough, we cannot afford any hiccup. We cannot have a high rates of death rate in Singapore. We can't afford. And some of my friends told me in England now, they don't wear masks. Okay, they walk around. Okay, thousands of people just die like that. They take it as a very normal. They just continue to that. But Singapore cannot, because this is our cultures. We want to protect everyone. So we take every single life very important. Can you write down? And it's called gracious society. Okay, it's a gracious society. Okay, what do you think that are good for a society like Singapore? Okay, why do you all come to Singapore and study? Rachel, you're born here, right, Rachel?
Technically not. I went here like
You came here at how old?
2 weeks.
2 weeks when you are born. Okay, technically. So okay, but why your parents choose? Why not go to US and why not go to England or Australia, New Zealand? Where my uncle tell me New Zealand is so beautiful. Wow, the life is so relaxing. The barber can play golf. Okay, Australia 4-day study and then 1-day CCA. But why choose Singapore, Rachel? I mean, after you have been staying here for so many years, you can compare roughly. Why you choose Singapore?
They said that over here is like
No,
comparatively
I don't want you. I don't want they say. You say.
comparatively safer.
Okay, that's the word, right? Security, right? Safer, right? You can walk at night at 10 o'clock. Nobody give you a damn. You are very safe because they are all everywhere cameras. Okay. Do you agree that Singapore educations? I bet to Pei Kun. Do you think education in Singapore is good enough for you to have a good career?
I think so.
Why? Why do you think so?
Because I came to Singapore partly because of that.
Partly because of what, my dear? Sorry.
The education.
I really can't hear you the last few words.
The education.
Education, right? But yeah, for yourself, after you've been here studying for so many years, I believe you have compared with other countries as well. Why choose Singapore education? For yourself, you answer the questions. I got my reason, children. It's not asking you for fun.
It's like the
Why
pace.
do you think education is so good for you that you sure will do well and you will get a degree and have a good career?
Because the environment is different.
Okay, 你还没有 go through the details why 为什么 what's so different? Why every school got aircon? Every school got iPad? Or every school got a swimming pool?
No.
No, there are some. Sorry, Jerry?
Everyone got computer in our school. In my school.
Everyone is fair in the school, is it? Sorry, I didn't get you.
In my school, almost every people except for the new ones have a computer.
In Singapore?
Yeah, my school.
Okay. Fair. Now, which school are you now in? Sorry.
Mm.
Which school are you in now?
What?
Which school are you in now, presently?
School. You mean school, right?
Yeah, in Singapore.
Whiteley School.
Whitley.
Second.
I'm waiting for your answer. What Whitley School is it?
Yeah.
Oh, Whitley Secondary School.
Yeah.
Is it somewhere in Bishan?
Yes.
Oh, okay. Very near to my previous school. Okay, quite near. Okay, Whitley Secondary School. Oh, everyone have a computer. Okay, it's fair enough. That's what Jerry said. But I think that, okay, compared to other countries, yes, it's true that you may not have the luxury. Hi, Yao Yi. You may not have the luxuries to have like what Jerry said, got computer. Fair enough. You still haven't go into the point why education here is so good that their parents would like to invest your future in Singapore. That is what I want to hear from you. Okay, Ethan, do you find the housing here very good? Ethan.
Yes, cause like everyone have a house.
Yes, everyone a shelter, right? Marshall's theory, right down,
Yeah, the
MAS,
HDB.
HDB. So is there any bias like only the Chinese will stay in a 5-room condo, the Malay and the Indian will stay in kampong? No, right?
I mean, like if you have money, you can buy lah.
Exactly. That's where it come back to rewards for work for reward, meritocracy. I don't care what kind of race, as long as you can have enough money, you can even buy a landed property. Correct now, Ishan, right? Yeah. So this housing here, you see, it's not like other countries. If you are talking about Northern Ireland, in the old social studies, the Catholic may not have a chance to stay certain housing under provided by the governments. You know, the government housing is usually heavily subsidized and give to the poorest and lower income. Here in Singapore, regardless of your race, will go the extra mile. Can you write down, children? The government will go the extra mile to make sure that you have a shelter for your family. And that's the most important things, okay? That's the very important things that you all must have. I believe the next thing that once you all graduate from university, all of you here, the next thing your mommy and daddy will be very worried for you guys is your what? The shelter. Agree now? Yepi, you agree? You need a house, correct now? You cannot be forever renting a house, agree now? You definitely need an own house. As I have some of my ex-students from China, okay? After they graduated already, they got a diploma, things like that. Either they serve in NS, they thought they have to go back to China. The next thing is that they want to become a PR and buy a house in Singapore. They don't like to rent a house because renting, you know, right, Xingyi, sometimes the landlord will ask you, bye-bye, I want to take back my room. You know, wow, you start to shift everything again, no? I saw my poor student have to, wow, luckily I get my friends a van to ship the belongings to one house to another house. It's like every 1 year it changed, and then suddenly the landlord decided to increase the water and PUB bills. Okay, so housing, each and I agree. Okay, you also agree that here we have every single house as long as your affordability, even you cannot afford right now, even you cannot afford to buy a house, the government will come to you. And you must take note, HDB stands for Housing Development Board. Please write down. And also you must mention about town council. All right. I'm not sure whether Yu Ming and Xing Chen and Zhao Xuan, do you know what is town council? Hey, all of you must reply me, because at the end of the day, you know, your student performance appraiser will be marked inside, and then I will give it to your parents. Okay, Zhao Xuan, do you know what is town council? Yes, Zhao Xuan. Okay, I haven't opened up my the what?
Hello?
Sorry. Yes, I'm here.
Can you hear me? Yeah. Wait. I'm not sure.
I can't hear you. It's echoing behind you. Can you repeat again?
It's not. I'm not sure.
Oh, not sure. Okay, Yao Yi, do you know what is town council?
No.
Okay, if most of you are staying in HDB, the town council will take care of your rubbish. You know, when you throw your rubbish, okay? And then the town council will get the Bangladesh worker to sweep the floor along the corridor or the lift. Okay, the town council will make sure that, you know, sometimes downstairs your void deck, you will have this tong tong tang, those are funerals or the Malay weddings, or sometimes some activity going on, or sometimes you can say the town council, some people want to throw away your old beds, or your old sofa. You can call town council to dispose it. Okay, 1 month you can dispose 3 items, and it's what? And do you think, Ziyi, do you think you need to pay for that? right? So do you think you need to pay the town council to dispose your 3 items per month?
No.
Yes, you are right. No need. So if you have old bed frame, old sofa, or old TV or whatever, you can call them, they'll dispose for you. But of course, sometimes the 2 workers come and throw so heavy stuff, right? Maybe you can give them a few dollars for tips, to buy kopi, to buy some drinks for them. So just give them a tips. So town council is actually to take care of the so-called the infrastructures, the exterior, okay, of your corridor. Like for example, suddenly there's a pool of water there, and pool of water can create dengue, right? So you can call the town council and do something. Of course, the NEA will come in. Okay, this is called social studies. So you help one another to take care of your well-being staying in a HDB flat. Now, defense. Okay, defense, we are talking about Singapore Armed Forces and Singapore Police Force, okay, which I'm currently inside the police force as a volunteer. So to help to make sure that we keep safe and sound for the country here. And at the same time, we also have local businesses. We help people to start with small, medium enterprise right now, small SME, small, medium enterprise and multinational corporation. And I'll never forget what I told Ziyi wrongly, PMET, right? Remember, professional, manager, executive, right? And what, technician, right? This is a thing, foreign investment, okay? If your parents are businessmen who come to Singapore and invest in Singapore, I love it, man. The more, the merrier, okay? Who knows? You all might be the second generations taking over your parents' business. Hey, 搞不好嘉玲, next time you're a businessman here, I might be your security guard. 记得听我, okay? Xingchen also, maybe you're the CEO of the company. Next time you see my face already, I cannot work. I don't mind you employ me as a security guard. Okay? 记得我这张脸. Okay? Right? You never know, right? Because this is where the investment helps Singapore. Because of the aging populations, we need income to subsidize a lot of things. And last but not least, I think healthcare. It's not just that last items, but there are more items. Okay, you see more. Healthcare is also very important. Okay, if you do not have a proper healthcare, look at what happened. We may not have enough COVID vaccines to go around. Even we can give the vaccine, sponsor the vaccine, or even sponsor the oxygen tank to India, to Indonesia.
Sure, can go
Small
up
country.
a bit.
Huh?
Can go up a bit. Like up. No, up. Yeah, thanks.
Okay. So you get me now. We are such a small country, and yet we can provide so many things. Can you write down this word? It's called sustainability. A very important word, sustainability. In Chinese we call 未雨绸缪. We really save for a raining day. We take care not only our own family, like internal Singapore, we also help to take care our neighboring country. The ASEAN country total plus Singapore, we are 10 country. Okay. Next, we have public infrastructures. We have library. Okay, we have police stations. What else we have? We have hospital. Okay, we have a school. Yes, definitely school. Okay, do you know last time when I go to Malaysia or even in Indonesia, I was shocked of my, yes?
Can you go up?
Again, yeah.
Yeah, thank you.
Are you copying something? Are you copying something? Sorry. I'm moving on to the next thing to talk about really.
Yeah, I know. I'm done.
Okay, Ken?
Yeah.
Okay, so sorry. Thank you, girl. Okay, Ken. So we talk about public infrastructure is very important because the building itself, we have to do maintenance, we have to take care. These are all money spent from taxpayer money, not free, please. Oh, agree on how Ray? You agree, right? How Ray? This, okay, the assets you written was very good. Okay, next we have finance. Okay, the currency must be strong enough. Okay, the currency, the finance that we have is so good that the exchange rate with the US, the pound, or even the renminbi or the ringgit, things like that. I think ringgit now is $1 Sing to $3 Malaysia. Okay, and then others can be anything. You can talk about community service. You can talk about how volunteerism. Okay, what makes Singapore different from other countries? Because we have racial harmony. We are allowed to practice different legal religions. I'm not sure. I got one student ask me, Uncle, is Falun Gong considered one of the legal religion in Singapore? As long as I see some of them practicing in Singapore, I think should be legal lah. So far, I haven't checked whether it's illegal or not. So as long as you don't attract people to do the bad thing like terrorism, all these things, fine. Okay, freedom of speech. Guys, can you write down this one? Very important. Do you know where you can give freedom of speech? Do you know where you can stand and you don't like the government, you can criticize it, but no vulgarity, criticize the government. Do you know where is it?
I think it's speaker's corner.
Yes, correct. Where is the speaker corner? You're right. Where is it?
Is it in I'm not very sure.
Yeah, recently this COVID-19 was talking about this. It's near Hong Lim, the Hong Lim complex there, the Hong Lim site, the Hong Lim. Okay, right down, it's Hong Lim complex there, somewhere there. There's this speaker corner that where you can stand on top, and of course you must register yourself. You must give your IC or things like that to prove that what kind of topic you're talking about. Now, number 4, thank you, Yi-Chen. Yes, it's a speaker corner, which is in Hong Lim Park. Right down, Hong Lim Park, P-A-R-K. There's such a place, seriously there. Okay, a 5 country. When you say a 5 country here, we are talking about a country that 5 people, is it? Or people that do the wrong thing, you find them like smoking at the wrong place, throwing litter. You realize something, Singy, when you're Singaporean, right? Come here. Okay, well, let's find. Okay, maybe Jiali, do you like to eat chewing gum? You don't see Singapore selling chewing gum, right? Correct. Hey, do you dare to eat chewing gum in Singapore? Can Cao Xuan, you dare? Wait, sir, do you dare to eat chewing gum in Singapore?
As long as you don't throw any,
Correct.
I don't even see any.
No. But sometimes somebody will go overseas and buy, things like that, which is considered cannot.
I have it at home right now.
Cannot. Okay, I don't know. I didn't hear that. But anyway, because of that, when MRT started in 1988 or 89, when they have this chewing gum, they eat ready, they always take the chewing gum and stuck under the seat, based on the railing, all these things. Until I think Mr. Lee Kuan Yew is so fed up, they decided to cancel the whole thing. So what happened? The free trade agreements with the United States recently was 1 or 2 years ago. Singapore allowed most of the product to come to Singapore. But one of the product, chewing gum, we don't allow. And then one of the free trade agreements guy was saying, hey, how come you sign the free trade agreement means you allow, this is not illegal, this is not drugs. Excuse me, but why you don't allow chewing gum in your country? So our Singapore government make our stand, do what is right, and write down, do what is right but may not be popular. Do what is right but may not be popular. So this is definitely not popular to people because of that, the chewing gum things. So that's why they decided to don't allow the import of chewing gum. Of course, the US may not be happy of that because the Whitney Chewing Gum, the company has the biggest manufacturer and because used to have this in Singapore. So that is why this is something you have to take note of that in case the SPQ came out. Too many CCTV cameras on the street. I think it's also go back to number 1, defense and security.
Sure.
And it's very important. Yes, sir.
Teacher, so the chewing gum situation in Singapore, just similar like the beers and wines in some abandoned beer country like Saudi Arabia. Yes.
Yes,
Okay.
correct. Yes, you are absolutely right. Yes. Yeah. Because, okay, Saudi Arabia, thank you, Jerry, for bringing out this. Saudi Arabia is a bit different from Singapore, right? Because Saudi Arabia, because it's a Muslim country. Okay, so religion ground. On a religion ground, yes, of course. Not only beer, Jerry, they also cannot sell pork. Okay, like in certain part of Malaysia, I think in Perlis or Kelantan, you cannot sell pork. And even if you sell pork, churro, you must have a special allocations for that because the whole state
Yes.
is a Muslim.
Yes.
So yeah, so you're right to say that, Jerry. Yeah, because of that, some country they really ban alcohol totally. So how? Because of their religion's purpose, their reason, so they cannot sell alcohol. So because of that, there are other things. So it's just like you see, some country has their rules and regulations. You guys might you will be asking me, hey uncle, why should I study all these things for what? Because eventually when you go to further study in your poly or even university, or next time you come out to excuse me, you come out to work, all these will come to impact about this political science, social science, okay, sociologies, and all this will impact when you do business. When your products, whether is it sellable into certain country, like for example, the Mei Zhen Xiang, the barbecue pork, the rou gan, do you think you can sell to Saudi Arabia before you can go there? No, definitely no. But this Mei Zhen Xiang rou gan or the barbecue pork, can it go to China? Obviously can. But maybe because of certain restrictions of hygiene purpose, maybe not 100 kilo, for example, maybe 30 kilo. So there's a restriction for that. So thank you for sharing this. So take note, certain countries are really like very good example. Saudi Arabia definitely ban, don't allow. Maybe yes, Jerry. Maybe they allow certain alcohol for only the foreigners. That's I don't think I've not been Saudi Arabia, but this where UAE, some Dubai, okay. Dubai, if I'm not mistaken, they do have certain place called a pub for these foreigners to drink beer. But there are also certain times. And also, yes, thanks for Jerry. Do you know sometimes during the fasting month in Malaysia, okay, you are not supposed to sell food or even eat during the fasting month. So this is a religious issue, okay? Now let me share with you the next slide here.
So next, what are we talking about?
Yes, we're talking about this one. Give me a minute now. Okay. Okay, for the two of you who don't have the Yue Ping, okay, so far Yue Ping? Are you okay, Yue Ping? Can you show me a thumbs up or something like that? Okay, all right. So we are talking about this one. I think last lesson we talked about this as well. Okay, how do we decide what is good for society? Okay, so you have to know that to make sure the good of society, you must have write down. You must have impartial decision making. You must have ideas that must be fair, that the government come out must be fair. For example, the GST. You know it's a GST, right? The good and services tax. So if you increase another 7% to 9%, do you think the lower income people, the middle income, will be able to sustain this kind of GST increase? And what challenges will they face if this is the increase of GST or even increase of water bills? Will they be able to afford? That's why Singapore governments have this GST voucher to subsidize. Write down GST voucher. I'm not sure your parents, not parents. I'm not sure your teacher share with you this now. Pei Kun, does your teacher share with you this one? GST voucher? No?
No.
Okay, write down GST voucher. This GST voucher is to help you to make payments for some of the bills, like electrical bills or water bills or some of the expenses. Not much, a few $100, depends on the household. Of course, the GST voucher will give to the lower income or the middle income. Those people who stand in landed property, I'm not sure they get it. Definitely they are rich enough, so no need to. So these GST vouchers or subsidy are given to the poorer Singaporean, okay? Okay, so let's move on. Who decide on the trade-off? How do we settle the dispute? Okay, we the citizen of democracy case. So this is just to talk about what is democratic: of the people, by the people, for the people. Can you please write down these three? This democratic of the people. You are doing good for the of the people. Vote by the people, and work for the people. Okay, take note of these three. You know who is this guy? No? Anyone can tell me? Xing Chen.
Abraham Lincoln, the one
Yes.
who the south war of the US.
He's one of the guys, president who freed slavery. Yeah. Okay. Next. Write down. Yeah. Okay. Yes. All right. A democratic government is of the people, made out of the same kind of people. Which this same kind of people, write down, is in Singapore. We are talking about multiracial. By the people, that means choose by all walks of life, regardless of race, language. We vote for the government, which is called the PAP government. For the people, working for the people of the best interest. Okay. You must put there Okay, for the people means you must take care of their well-being right now. Take care of their well-being. Okay. So we need to have an election, the voting for the right people to come to Singapore. Okay, this is you need not have to take note of this one. Take just in case. So some people always, some student will ask me, is this okay? We're talking about Choa Chu Kang here. Take note, this Choa Chu Kang. Okay. So some people ask, is this an opposition party's zone or PAP zone? Is there any different? Jia Ling, is there any different? If let's say you stay in Choa Chu Kang, I'm not saying you, just example. So let's say you and your wife decide, you got married and then you decided to move to Choa Chu Kang. Okay, you bought a house in Choa Chu Kang. Okay, will you look into whether this place is under PAP government or opposition? Will you look into that? Or do you look more that is there MRT? Is there a school for my children? Is there a shopping mall? Correct now? Agree now? Then to look at whether it's an opposition party or PAP, right? Singy, you agree? Or you really look at, oh no, must be PAP, cannot take opposition party. Will you do that? Jia Ling?
No.
No, okay. Rachel, what do you think? Will you look into that?
Nah.
There are some people who look into that because they find that maybe the way of infrastructures are not ready. They are very, very pro to PAP. Some they really want to move to the opposition party because they feel that it's good. No, the government are not doing anything. Don't look at it because even though I also walk around with my MPs and I hear a lot of things on the ground. Yes, I agree that sometimes the government may not do 100% correct. That's why we need to do our best. But why some people like to vote for oppositions or PAP? It's a choice. You decide. But if you make the wrong choice, the wrong government come in, then you will affect your livelihood. Okay, so take note Okay, take note of this. You will be very surprised, children. When you see a SPQ, you know this is PAP logo, right? Xiaoxue, Ben, Ziyu, are you there? Ziyu, you know, right? This is PAP, right? So this one, you must see the hammer, all these are opposition party. You won't be surprised in the source-based questions, they might show you an SPQ showing a hammer or showing all these things. Must take note, as long as you see any logo that is different from PAP, they are all opposition party. Wait, excuse me. This is a social study. I'm not asking you to take side whether to support PAP or to support opposition. I'm just sharing with you this because in case when you come out for exam, they have this source-based question and then they put a hammer there, then you tell you this. So whether you see that this source-based question, is it reliable or not? Is it useful? Okay, things like that, okay? Now, must take note of these three things, legislative, executive, and judicial. So this is the one who decide to pass the bill, the law. How Ray, does a teacher share this with you, how Ray, in school? It's in your textbook as well, How Ray? Yuma?
Yes.
Yes, okay. Okay, no one's of the power. Let's move on. What is legislator? Okay, so it's to make law. Write down if you do not know. This is the one that makes new laws and author. So do you think the president is under this? If the president make a mistake or prime minister make a mistake, do you think they will be punishable under the law, Rachel?
No.
Yes. They are still, everyone is under the law.
Oh yeah.
Correct. It's not in the during the emperor era. The emperor made the mistake, nobody dare to, but this is under law. Only there's one person who will dare to do that. That is Bao Qingtian. Okay, Justice Bao will do that. Okay, he's the one, don't care who you are, royal family or not. Under the law, you make a mistake, you take. Okay, okay, this is a present president. I just changed. Sorry, behind the background. It was Tony Tan. So this is our president. This is our prime minister. I think you see until it's already. Every day in the school, you see her and her husband. I'm not saying see until tired, but this is, if you can miss out, I tell you, good luck to you. Okay, so this 2% have changed already. I just want to show you that in Singapore, there are two deputy prime minister. Okay, so now these two is out already. I don't think they are in. There are two deputy prime minister. The cabinets are 17 minister. Okay, some of the faces are gone already, not inside there. As you know, Lawrence Wong has changed to the portfolio. Okay, this is the parliament speaker. Okay, some of the faces I think is not there already. Okay, this one is out already. This one I think out. This one is also out. Okay. This one you must take note. This one will never out. These are the forefather, the founding father of the Singapore during independence. Okay. Okay, this is a law minister here. You can see that Edmund Sweden Barker. Okay, Rajaratnam, and in fact in NUS they named after him the School of Rajaratnam's Public Affair. Okay, so this is Toh Chin Chye, the deputy of Lee Kuan Yew. Okay, this one already in fact all passed away already, if I'm not wrong. In fact, all gone already. I think I only left this for Othman Walk. I think all gone already, passed away. Okay, so you can see before it start out, there's only a few ministers here. But as the country grows, you can see there are more. Okay, SME stand for single member walk. You need to take note a bit, okay, just in case for your GRC stand for write down. It's called the Group Representation Constituency, meaning that if you are staying in Choa Chu Kang, for example, this picture here might show you too far away. Oh, I miss it. Here. So this is the part here, you see. So if you are staying in Choa Chu Kang, this one might be Jurong East and Jurong West, if I'm not mistaken. Jurong East, Jurong West, or was it here Jurong East, Jurong West? Then you got Boon Lay, things like that. Then East Coast will be have Tampines, Simei, Changi, and then form the East GRC, East Coast GRC. But this is another Tampines GRC, sorry. So here might be okay, Pasir Ris, another group. Okay, so just take note of what is GRC. This will be much better. It'll show you, okay. So under this here, okay, under the single ward means only one. It's a bit dry, but I'm so sorry, you need to take note because eventually you when you stay in which part of it, you must know this is the whole. It's just like United States break into 50 states. Okay, China also got province, Japan also got prefectures, and then Malaysia also got 14 states: Johor, Pahang, Selangor, Sarawak, Sabah. So these are the 4-5 members. Just take note of that. 6 members means of 6 MP or 6 members of the party to compete. Okay.
GRC.
Sorry. Okay, so what is the strength and weakness? You need not to know, but just to tell you that there's good and bad everything that you have, whether it's GRC or single ward. Okay, this guy, the opposition. If you were to see his name, Loh Tak Kiang, in any of the SBQ, he's already a retired politician. Okay, this one is like because he managed to get some votes, but unfortunately, it's not enough vote to become an MP, so he become a non-MP. Okay.
Non-MP.
Yeah, correct. So these are all the opposition party. Okay. So far there are 9. I think now they are increased to 12. Okay. Yeah. This is the highest amount of loser in the elections. But because of that, the government gives them a chance to have a voice in the parliament. Okay. Okay, this is where the parliament sits. Okay. This is where the parliament speaker will tell you after, let's say this speaker talk a lot, he might tell you, okay, it's enough, give a chance, maybe 30 minutes of speaking, or you must ask permission. It's just like a judge for that, okay? That's about it. Okay, of course, these are the SAF personnel. This was previously the president of Singapore, Tony Tan. Okay, he used to be one of the PAP member, but now no more. She is the first elected female president of Singapore. Okay, this guy is now the Speaker of Parliament, not Madam Halimah Yacob. No more. I didn't change the name. Okay, what does she do? Okay, no, actually, what does he do? Not does she do. So leader of the debates, enforce the rules. Okay, just to take note now, these 3 points decide on who has the right to speak and what Parliament will debate on. Whether talk about to bring back chewing gum or not, or things like that. Okay. I'm waiting for Yao Yi because she's out. So let her. Yao Yi is inside already. Then who is that? Who's not in? Okay. Okay. First reading. I will. Okay. Take note of this bill. A bill is a new law. Write down. It's very important. This one. A bill is a new law that has not been passed by the parliament. For example, the e-scooter. Okay, like the e-scooter, they allow the e-scooter. Whether they allow the e-bicycle, whether they allow to bring chewing gum, whether they allow to bring do you all play the drums? Do you like to play the drums? You can fly here and there. You know, going the drums if you go to certain restricted area in Singapore, good luck to you. It's an offense. You can go to jail. So take note of that. So here, Ping, just now you lock out from the screen. You okay? Your Wi-Fi? You okay? Okay. So take note of that. All bills are introduced at the start of the new session. So when the bills are passed, it become a law. Take note. So I wish to pose a bill. So the bill can be say, okay, I expect all the children, it's a must to take care of their parents. If they do not take care of their parents, the children will go to jail. Jialing, will you? If let's say you are the member of the parliament, Jialing. Okay, let's start. We start with Liang Ti first. Liang Ti. Okay, if the government, let's say all of you are parliament, okay, parliament. So maybe Uncle Raymond say, okay, I propose a bill that all the children must take care of their parents. Please do not send their parents to old folks home. If the children do not take care of the parents, the son or daughter will get a fine and go for a jail of 3 months. Liang Ti, will you get this bill passed? Or okay, yet 1 is passed, 2 is no. 1 or 2?
Wait, what was the question?
Xin Yi, 帮我做 calculation. Okay, do a calculation, see how many say yes or no. Okay, let's vote. Okay, Liang Ti, will you accept yes, as in you will punish those children who don't take care of their parents? Or 2, you will not approve this bill?
I won't approve.
Number 2.
Yeah.
Okay, take note. Xin Yi, number 2. Jialing, 1 or 2?
2.
Wow. Rachel, 1 or 2? Rachel.
What?
1 or 2?
Oh, what?
1 or 2. Will you pass the bill if the parents are not taken care by their children? 1, you will send the children to jail. Or 2 is no. This bill will not pass through.
2.
2. Yao Yi,
2.
2. Jerry, 1 or 2?
I have sent already 2.
Oh, thank you. Sorry, I didn't see that. So sorry. Yi Chen, 2. Wow. How many? Thanks, thanks, Jerry. How many? How many? 1 or 2?
2.
2. Ye Ping, 1 or 2? Bei Kun also 2. How about you, Ye Ping? Will you agree or not agree?
2.
Sorry?
2.
2. Okay. Xin Chan? 1 or 2? You mean 1 or 2?
2.
2. All 2. Xin Chan? Yi Chen? Yi Chen also 2?
2.
Xin Yi, so everyone 2. Nobody choose 1, right? Xin Yi. Oh, 还没有问子毅 sorry. Forgot 子毅 basketball, you hide yourself. 子毅 1 or 2?
No.
1 or 2? 2.
No.
No means 2 lah. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, all 2. Xin Yi, all 2. Okay, why cannot we force them if they don't take care of parents, they go to jail? Why cannot? Why can you? Yes, Ziyi, you want to say something? Yes, Ziyi, you want to say something? I heard you raise out. I saw you raise out your hand. No, why do you think that all of you choose 2? You cannot. Yes, Jerry.
Because the teacher, what's the punishment?
The punishment, if you don't take care of your parents, you will get a fine. The fine I haven't decided how much now. Maybe $5,000 plus a 3 months jail term.
Well, this is very not. This is a very not good punishment because, well, either there was 3 months of jail or a lot of the time of payment. Well,
Mhm.
I'm very sure that not every child can be take care of their parents. Like, the frequent day, the many people was very busy for their working. And also
Then
the
you then you can get a helper. You can employ a helper to stay at home and take care of parents, right?
but I'm not very sure because also for the 3 months the one reason that too much of the so much money for the punishment maybe how many
Okay.
dollars for it is very too many for us. And for the 3 months jail, it is also too many because maybe it was just block their life, block their children to work.
Okay, fair enough. Okay, let's hear from Yao Yi. Any more? Sorry, Jerry.
Or maybe those jobs into the jail.
Okay. There are many reasons. Your reason, I agree with you. Okay, because it was somehow debated in this, but I think 2 or 3 years ago, they lose a job due to a jail. They deserve it. Wow. Who asked them don't take care of their parents, right? They could. Correct. They deserve it. Wow. When your parents are, when you are young, that time, some of your parents even give up their job and become a full-time house husband or housewife to take care of you until you are able to take care of yourself. Then they go back to workforce. They also sacrifice their income and make sure that they take care of you also. Correct now. So no, I'm just kidding, Pei Kun. But what you say, you're not wrong. What Jerry say also not wrong. Let's hear from the girl point of view. Yes, Yao Yi, what do you think?
Because it's like everybody's own choice.
Thank you. That is a very true question. I mean, true answer, sorry. My choice. Hey, hello, excuse me. It's up to me whether I want to take care of my parents, want to send my parents to old folks. It's none of your business. Why you're involved? You're just a government. But then again, it becomes social problem again, a social issue. Well, you are not wrong to say that. It's a choice. Carry on.
And right, because like maybe some parents didn't take care of their children when they are like the children are young, they may like abuse the children. So maybe the children don't want to take care of the parents.
You know what I love, Yao Yi? No. What you say is absolutely 100% correct. You know why recently my wife and I are watching this China drama, okay? So the father came out from the jail and all these things. They say, 你从小都没有照顾我，为什么我要照顾你？现在你都是一个酒鬼烂鬼啊 everything. Then mommy passed away because of you, so I become a 孤儿 and things like that. No, yeah, it sounds like some of the drama show that happens, which is true. Yao Yi. In real life, I've seen that in my school before. Seriously, parents, father went to jail, mother ran away because the father was a drug addict, and my poor student have to stay in the boys' home or even in other place. Sadly to say, though, when they grow up, it thinks that this become a, because in Chinese, what we say this, 家家有本难念的经, correct? Every household has their own issue. But we are not, that's why I'm asking you this, because you see, social study is not like 100%, everything must involve. But we pass the bill is to tell the whole Singapore, we hear you. We hear that a lot of old folks are being neglected. In US, to be honest, the parents will sue their children for a lot of things. US like to sue here and sue there. Parents sue the children, children sue the parents, things like that. But in Singapore cultures, maybe we don't want to do that because of we are the Asian culture. And we feel that it's very embarrassing and not nice to sue your own son, and you don't hang your dirty laundry outside. 家事不能宣扬, something like that. Okay, so we decided to hold it. You're right, Yao Yi. There are some children like that. So that's why we are not there to judge whether you should do it or not. But now I change another way. If not you, if let's say the bills pass, if the parents stay with the child, but the parents are being abused by the child, means like beaten, pour cold hot water, don't give the mommy or daddy food to eat, and then lock him or chain her. 1, go to jail. 2, don't go to jail. Yue Ping, 1 or 2? You can type out if you want to. Yeah, here we go again. I agree. Okay, Rachel, 1 or 2?
1.
Yao Yi, 1 or 2?
1.
Okay, Yue Ping, 1 or 2?
1.
Thank you. Jerry, 1 or 2? Will you choose one to send the children to jail because their child abused their parent by torturing their parents? Or 2, just let it be, nothing happened? Okay, I'm thinking about Ziyi, what do you think, 1 or 2?
1.
I think the answer is very obvious. If this is abuse case already, straight away it's a police case. Okay, you don't need to have passed the bill. This is a personal attack already. Okay, this is whether when the parents, because of their parents have dementia or there's some illness, and you feel that you're being as a caregiver, you take care of them very frustrated, then you decided to go crazy because of the parents like that. That's where the social worker come in right now. So it's the social enterprise, the social worker will come in to help to understand the caregiver, things like that. Just like my mommy, who is a dementia. Okay, so sometimes I also attend some talk about how to handle dementia people. Okay, this is where Singapore, we are talking about gracious society. Okay, you can check Alzheimer Dementia Association in Singapore, where we always have talk, bring speaker to understand. I also attend talks and would give some experience to share how to take care of people. So yes, thank you so much. Stage 2, second reading. Let me explain the reason. Just now we done that already. We give the reason why we choose 1 and 2. I think Xingyi, thank you very much for your collations. I think all of us agree that where is Xingyi? Oh, yeah, here, sorry. I was looking for you, I can't find you, sorry. There are a few, okay. So selecting our committees to discuss. So once the bill is passed, we must set a group of people to run the whole law. So for example, like 10:30, right? After 10:30, Singapore government, the law doesn't allow 10:30 to do what? Liang Ti. At night, sorry. Drink beer. No, can you be more specific?
Like gather one place and then drink.
Alcohol.
Yeah, alcohol.
Okay. Yeah, it's not beer. You say beer, then I can drink whiskey, lor. I can drink XO. You say beer only. You never say alcohol. Yes, after 10:30, you cannot drink alcohol. So the Singapore Police Task Force will set a committee just to take care of that. And what about those?
But I thought like it's like only you cannot drink beer in public.
Yeah, correct. In the public area.
Yeah, in public only, yeah.
Yeah, correct. Then there's a task force set up to make sure that this group of people will take care of. Another group of people will take care of, say, gambling, like in certain place in Geylang, there's illegal gambling. Okay, now I heard the HDB or the government, I'm still checking, that you can play mahjong at home. Now mahjong is considered legal, but of course you don't need to get license. Then this committee is set up because of work from home and then lockdown, all these things. Okay, thank you. You see, our social study is very wide. You really have to read a lot. And then recently, yesterday I bought a business time. It said gaming can give you a good living. Can gaming give you a good living? Can gaming, playing games, can you give you a good career or not? Of course can. It depends on what game you play, right? Okay. So this is just to go through. You see, once you pass a bill, become a law. Veto means you has the power of veto, but only if the bills discriminate against any race or religion. Veto means you'll go ahead, take note of this word now, you'll go ahead and approve it. Unless you say that you're against certain race and religion, no. Then we cannot allow that to happen in Singapore. And then finally, you're approved by the president will sign, and this become a legal law in Singapore. Okay. Okay, this is the public holidays we are talking about here. Okay, is the parliament in charge of anything else? Yes, budget. Remember last year, Singapore, we have a few budgets. I think 4 or 5 different budgets. Okay, solidarity, fortitude budgets, united, some budgets that given out to the Singaporeans and PR to go through the COVID-19 issue. Okay, the Committee of Supply debates decide what budget to give. We're talking about Medifund, the Medifunds that you give to the poor people where they do not have enough Medisave. Let's look at the page. If you have the textbook, I think it's page turn to page 80. You'll see that CPF Life. Take note of this one. If you are a Singaporean, you take note of CPF Life is cover you all the way till you bye-bye, return the IC to Singapore government. Okay, and you turn to page 87. Also, this is where we are talking about people taking care of the unfortunate people. Take note, you just write down if you do not have a textbook, okay? Right, so you talk about 89, page 89 is very common topics that will come up. And then you talk about 91. 91 is also very important. Aspiration of Singapore, reflect for this. Okay, which one I'm talking here? Let's see. I lost the page. Just can't find the page. I'm so sorry. Okay, next, never mind. Let's move on. Okay, this the executive will carry out to execute and enforce. Okay, they will enforce to make sure that everything is in place, the law and orders is in place, make sure that everyone's safe and sound. Okay. Right, next one. Okay, take note of all this. I told you before, right? I think it's one inside your textbook also. Take note of this one here. These are all the ministry. You must know the logo if possible, but need not have to memorize, okay? This can be found in page 51, confirm. Okay, page 51, all right, confirm. Okay, next. Okay, this is all the ministry. Okay, please look in your textbook. Okay, I'm not going to go through it details. Okay, this is the one you must take note. Ministry of Social and Financial Family Development. This is the one to look after all those low incomes, women's affair where women are being abused by the husbands or the divorce, the single mom. Okay, things like that. We take care of them because you know why? Oh yeah, there's this SPQ came up 2 or 3 years ago in my school talking about single mom. Okay, Yi-Chen, do you think single mom can buy HDB flat?
I think so.
Yeah, before that, not really. But because of this, there's getting more and more divorce involved. Then every time the guys will 一走了之 just walk off from their life, and the poor mother have bills, have children to take care, and then sometimes the poor mother has 1 or 2 jobs. In fact, not everyone's are rich enough to take care, and one of them is my sister, who are rich enough to take care of my nephews. Okay, even the husband walk off from her life. Okay, she can take care, but very stressed. She has to run her own business, and before COVID-19, she has to fly here and there, you know, and then ask me to take care of the studies and things like that. And every time I meet the parents, got no time, ask me to check how is the kids and things like that. Very sad. Then not everyone's in terms of financially, my nephews are not so bad. But there are some people who the mommy also cannot afford. Then that's where the poor child have to work part-time in McDonald's, okay, or in Starbucks, or do some part-time here and there to cover their expenses. So this is where the MCYF will come in to help, okay, to subsidize certain rental. So most of the single mother usually rent a house, but it's good to have their own proper house. That's where the government is looking into allowing them to get a house and heavily subsidized. Take note of this. Okay, this is Singapore, all right? Okay, that's the law. This is the, I think this is the present judge, the chief judge. Okay. Okay, there's a Supreme Court here where this is, that's my dream to be there. Okay, my dream is to study law. Okay, this is my dream to sit here also at here to give to objection, Your Honor. Not objection, Your Honor. Yeah, objection, Your Honor. Okay, so the subordinate court. This one is more to a high court where these are all the heavy punishments like death sentence, murder case. This one are more to the family court, family dispute. Okay, just like the guy, Jialin, you know that lady. Do you have a badge? You know that one? She went there. She went there. Okay, she don't need to go high court. Okay, no death sentence for her. Do you have a badge? Then got this Amor, right, in the MRT, never wear a mask. He also there, he also there. Okay, so if you want to see action pack, go there. Okay, so magistrate, this just take a look. Unless, guys, if you are very interested in law things, okay, and you want to be a lawyer, then look through more details of that. But if you don't want to be a lawyer, you want to know what is law about, please take a look. Okay. Okay, so this is Family Justice Court here. I think it's quite near separate. You can see somewhere, this is, I think, in Chinatown, that side. Okay, phase 1 and phase 2. Okay, public liquor. Remember here we have this. Okay, focus group. Take note of focus group, that people are here to express their view in Singapore. Okay, that's end of chapter 2. Next, we have this. Okay, guys, give me a minute. I'm going to open up here. Okay. You all receive this, Xingyi, Rachel, Liang Di, do you all receive this? Yichen, Yu Ming, Zhao Xuan, Yao Yi. Do you all receive this one? This one was for my ex-student. He scored full marks for this SRQ. Full marks, but it's not marked by me. Okay, it's called full marks. So let's go through this, still extract 1 and 2 and 3. So this will be our little homework here. Okay. Rita, will you be kind enough to read extract 1 to the class, please? Thank you. Rita, are you ready? Extract 1, please. I can't hear you. Mute the mic. Yeah, go.
Individuals are granted the legal status of citizenship by countries. In Singapore, citizenship is legally granted when a person is born in Singapore and one of the person's parents is a citizen. Citizenship can also be legally granted if a person makes an application and fulfills criteria such as having good character, an intention to reside in Singapore permanently, and has elementary knowledge of one of the following languages, namely Malay, English, Mandarin, and Tamil. In 2013, the number of Singapore citizenship granted was about 20,000. Slightly more than 40% of those granted citizenship is 40 years and below.
Okay. Okay, thank you. Jialing, when is the timeline for extract 1?
Past.
Yeah, past, and also can you write down the past and also which year? 2013. That is the timeline. All right, Thank you. Liang Di, any more timeline? Maybe a bit of futures later on after 2013. As you now know that now 2020, I heard that they are not giving more work permit and EP pass and S pass for foreigners. Die already. I don't know how, man. Okay, Liang Di, who is the target audience here?
Singaporeans, eh?
Correct. And what? Who else? Write down. Correct, you're right. Singaporean, who else?
Think like foreigners though.
Don't think. Yes or no? Confirm.
parents?
No. Just now you say foreigners, right? You
Yeah,
say
foreigners,
think, correct. Just must be firm. You
Oh,
must
okay.
believe in yourself. You cannot, I think. You think, I think I saw a pussycat. I think, don't think. Yes, confirm. Like yesterday, my nephew, I asked him to do the SRQ, the previous one, the internal and external security. He just sit there for 10 minutes. He's not writing. And then ask him, is this the way you do your SRQ exam? I said, yeah, I only do the SBQ. When it comes to SRQ, I just leave blank and hand in. Of course, cannot pass, right, Jialin, confirm. He never passed, no. Then yesterday, I forced him to spend sitting there for 1 hour, just already overshot already. SRQ cannot spend more than 1 hour. For 1 hour, he finally start to write. Once you write, you get it. Yes, you're right, Liang Ti. Singaporean foreigners. Thank you. What about the, how are you going to explain? Ethan, a Set 4 student, your oral is coming. If you cannot talk to me, you cannot have using the so, then how effect. Good luck to you. Ethan, how are you going to explain this? What is the things from this extract? What is the first thing that comes to your mind, Ethan?
Like extract 1, right?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Like, wait, let me think.
Sure. Come back to you. Okay. Ziyi, what do you think? How are you going to explain this extract 1?
So what do you mean by explain? Like,
okay, when you look at this extract 1, how are you going to explain? How are you going to explain to the class or to yourself? Okay, I give you an example. By looking at this extract, teacher Ethan, I think that the government is very worried that if we are not going to bring in enough citizens at certain age, like 30, the extract 1, teacher Ethan, he mentioned about age 30, very specific, no? So I think they are looking in about something like to do with some aging issue. I'm not sure, is it correct or not? I think so. Get it, Ethan? 明白? You understand what I'm talking about? So, Ziyi, what do you think? So the issue, the I is the issue 1 already, no need to say. So we know we are talking about nationality, race, religion rights, identity, and citizenship rights. NRIC, take note of that. All right. Hope Ye Ping, you can catch up. You're not sure, you just ask, don't worry. Yes, Ziyi.
Requirements for people to be granted citizenship.
Awesome. You read that? Is it? Do you read the question just now?
No.
Well done. Yes, there. You're right. Why 30 years old? This is your homework. Why choose 30 years old? Why not choose 40 years old? Hey, anyone here play football? Okay, I have to declare my favorite team is Tottenham. Anyone here play football? My favorite team is
football as in
your favorite team is what?
Wait. It's not the American football, right? That is called soccer. This is British football. And my favorite team is Tottenham Hotspur.
Same.
You really? Serious?
Same.
Serious?
Yeah. I like Spurs.
Yeah,
I know.
Since 1983, okay?
Yes.
Since 1983, you're right. So if you play football, you know that all the striker is around maybe about 19 years old and 30 years old. And you know recently the European Cup of a dear friend Saka, the black guy who missed the penalty for England and was being discriminated, right? You know, right? Very sad, Okay. So but what I'm saying here, why we choose young people striker? Hey, Jialin, do you think Uncle Raymond can play striker for Singapore or China team? Don't laugh. You see the way you're going to control your laughter already. I see. Sing it too much. I see. I can play now.
No.
I can represent China's basketball team to join Olympic or not? Can 跟他们 massage 咯。
So I thought you said football.
No, I suddenly changed to basketball 嘛。I switched to football. You're very alert, Liang Ning. Well done.
No lah,
So
cause
now-
I like basketball and then I hear the word I like suddenly like hype and
Yeah. I also wear the basketball number 24. You know who is 24 now? Kobe Bryant?
I know can be Paul George also.
Nah, it's only Kobe, nobody else. Agree or
I
not?
think, right, if you go join China's football team, it doesn't make a difference now, because they can't even go in Olympic.
No, but some of them are very good. Like, of course, my favorite is Michael Jordan, all-time Chicago Bull, right, Liang Di?
Yeah, lah, he's the goal one.
I know it's a goal, but of course, Yao Ming is still the best, lah. In a way, and finally, there's one Chinese to play in NBA. See, I know all these things.
So
Now,
still
the
got
reason-
Jeremy Lin what?
The rest, I'm not interested. Sorry. Mine is all-time Chicago Bull until now. But after that, sorry. My favorite is still in football, okay? Because I'm also a football coach. But I'm just sharing with this because why 30? There must be always a reason. Okay? Take note of the age. You are the lawyer. You are the one who identify. Why is it 30 years old? Why not 25? Why not 40? Okay, so that's your homework. Thank you. So next one, extract 2. Okay, who is going to read? Jerry, will you mind reading extract 2 to the class, please? Thank you. Would you mind to unmute?
Okay, which
Extract 2. Yeah, this one here.
To ensure Singapore can draw on a pool of suitable candidates for citizenship, the government will continue to give permanent resident status to 13,000 foreigners a year.
Okay, thank you. Jialing, just now you asked your question already. Hooray. When is the timeline? When is the timeline, Hooray? Xingchen, next you will be asking about audience. Xingchen, get ready. Hooray, when is the timeline for this extract 2 that Jerry has just read? The timeline, is it in the past? Or the timeline is now present? Or the timeline is in the future? Hooray.
Past.
Past? Just past only, man?
Futures.
Yes, future because of aging population, right? Thank you, Hooray. Xingchen, how about, we are talking about TAXI. Just in case you all forgot what is TAXI. Okay, it's a formula for source-based questions. It's a formula for structured response questions. T stands for the timeline, which Howard just mentioned, the past and the future. And Xingchen, who is the target audience here? Yes, Xingchen, who is the target audience here in extract 2?
Foreigners.
And that's all, man? Foreigners only, man?
Foreigners trying to get permanent resident status.
And who else? Please, for SRQ, Liang Di, everyone, Pei Kun, Ziyi, every one of you, please take note. When you're doing extract, don't give me one audience, at least 3 types of audience, please. Extract 1 also involve government, write down. Okay, also involve government. So extract 2, Xingchen, will you involve government also, Xingchen?
Yeah.
Will you involve Singaporean?
Yeah.
Thank you. Who else will you involve?
Permanent resident.
Yes, Chao Chen, well done. Okay, yes, because of getting permanent resident, also fighting. 4 alphabets, start with P. That time I was telling Ziyi, I apologize to her. Ziyi, can you remember? Spurs friend, come on, man. To dare and to do.
PMET.
All right, man. Right now, it's PMET. That's right. Sorry. This is not about 狗眼看人低. It's not about saying that not Tom, Dick, and Harry in the feast spot. That's called Tom, Dick, and Harry. Not those people. These foreigners, 30,000 come in. Do you agree now, Xingyi? All PMET mostly. Agree now, Xingyi? So are you saying that I'm going to engage 30,000 Bangladesh sweeper, cleaner to come to Singapore to throw rubbish and sweep the floor? Yes. Also not wrong. Huh? Yes, but not wrong. But we are talking about this 30,000 with quality. So what just now Ziyi was talking about, professional people. You get it, Singy? We still need another 30,000, but to sweep the floor, to throw rubbish, things like that. But we are cutting down on this. And we are giving this type of jobs to Singaporeans. But at the same time, you realize that recently a lot of people complain why in Changi, Changi Business Park, and this Marina Finance Center, MSC, I used to work around that area. Very nice place. These are all business hub. And they say a lot, they say a lot of Indians there. They say Changi Business Park become Chennai Business Park. Marina Financial Center become Mumbai Financial Center. It become turned into an India business hub. Very sad, huh? This is quite racist, in my opinion. But why there are so many? I got Indian students who really come from India, and their parents, true enough, are all IT professionals. Why we need that? You mean Singaporean people like you cannot become a good Python programmer? Anyone is in Python programming here? You know what is Python programming? Okay. So then again, this is PMET Extract 2. Thank you so much. The issue is number 1, issue 1. All right. Number 3. Sorry, I want to sneeze. Excuse me, sorry. Ye Ping, were you kind enough to read the Extract 3, please? Ye Ping, right? I hope I pronounced your name correctly. Sorry, Ye Ping, the Ye is your surname, right? Ye. Is that your surname? I can't hear you, sorry. Ye Ping. Are you ready to read?
The Singapore citizenship journey helps enrich new citizens' understanding of the key milestones in Singapore's history and development, and deepen their appreciations of Singaporeans.
Appreciations of Singaporeans. Carry on.
Appreciation of Singaporean norms and values, as well as provides opportunities for meaningful interaction with their local community.
Thank you. So when is the timeline, Xingyu? I asked you just now also, huh? Did I ask you? No, I didn't ask you, right? I asked somebody. Okay, so when is the timeline for Extract 3? Hey, you guys have to learn this, because you are the one who taking exam. And if you cannot identify the Extract 1, 2, 3 and timeline, good luck to you. You have to identify. So what do you think this timeline will be based on this Singapore citizenship journey? Can it be during the Stanford Raffles time? No, right? So it's definitely around this time, right? So just remember.
Currently or something.
Yes, correct. So it's a quite current situations. Okay. Now I told you before, current means 2000. The year 2000 is not 1999. We start from 2000. Okay. We start from 2000 to 2015. Okay. This 15 years. No, 20 years, right? No, how many years? Is it 15 years? 15 years. This 15 years. Okay. Social study for this one just started around this period of time. Okay. So SEJ. Okay. This is a current one. Thank you. Yao Yi, what about the audience?
The citizens
of who? Singapore.
of Singapore. Yeah.
Then you say Singaporeans and PR. And who else? I can tell you, so far when you do this, not many people, not many students got this the correct answer. Trust me. I'm not against anybody, but once you get it, you get it. Okay, you are right, no? Yao Yi, Singaporean and PR. Who else? Which group of people, which target audience is talking about here?
People who want to become the citizens.
Wow. Yes, you are absolutely jackpot. Later, can you go to my staff there and collect one ticket for $2 NTUC voucher? Well done. Well done. Yes, people who want to become Singapore citizens, and before that, to embark and become a Singapore citizen, you need to understand the cultures, the value, okay, what the do's and don'ts in Singapore. You cannot discriminate all the races. This is the journey. Then you can become the pink IC, should be the PR also pink IC, right? Or the green IC, then become Singapore citizenship. Or unless you totally revoke not to be the citizen of that country and become Singapore citizen. Yes, people who want to become the citizens of Singapore. Well done, Yao Yi. So how do you explain this, Pei Kun? How are you going to explain this? Okay, what Ziyi mentioned was to grant Singapore citizenship. That's how she explained the extract. Okay, 2, 1, and 2. Nobody did not ask for 2 just now. Okay, I think did that. So what is the extract? Sorry, what is the explanation for extract 3? Pei Kun. Yes, I'm waiting for you. Are you there? Sorry, Pei Kun. Yes. Can you tell me? No worry. No, it's no right or wrong answer. Just tell me how you feel about this extract 3. After reading this, it's just like your reflection. No? Just tell me your reflection.
I think it's like
a bit louder. So sorry.
Okay. I think it's like
Yeah. Don't worry. I'm waiting for the answer. Don't worry. Come. Think like what?
like it is about the Singapore citizens journey, that program, to help like new citizens to know Singapore better.
Awesome. Write down. It's to allow Singapore to embark, to embrace, and to ensure they become part of what? Part of Singaporeans. Okay, like National Day is coming, right? We say the pledge together. Is to be part of it. Thank you, Pei Kun. To embrace, to embark on a journey together, to ensure that they are not being what? They're not being what? What out? Anyone can tell me what out?
Left out.
Thank you, sir. Write down. And when I ask you to write down, you better write down, because it will definitely help you in the SRQ and SPQ. Okay? Because this is the answer that we as the teacher would like to see. Because I've been marking so many years, and sometimes these are all my experience. I tell you, these are the good answer. It's the same when the teacher asks you, class, please write down, please study this part. You know it's coming up for exam already. Okay, if you don't write down, you cannot, you're not Superman. You can remember forever everything. So thank you so much, Pei Kun. The I will be issued. That's right. You see, don't be shy. Wrong to wrong, no big deal. Correct now. Okay, so we have extract 1 to state that more than 40% of the new citizens who were granted Singapore citizen in 2013 were aged 30 years and below. In your opinions, this is your homework, children. Okay, 亮地被坤、浩瑞、瑞哲、子玉、星辰、嘉玲、星宇、姚毅、奕晨 and 岳平、Jerry, sorry, and Zhao Xuan, Yuming, okay, Yuming? All right, Yuming, can you show me a thumbs up? Are you there? He's a very shy boy. Are you there, Yuming? Okay, thank you, sir. In your opinion, why do you think this was so? Explain your answer using 2 reasons. Why are they using 40% of new citizens granted? Hey, it's a lot less. If there's 1,000, that means 400 are 30 years and below. No. Right now, why do you think the government want to set this criteria? And you guys are going for Poly and JC in next year, someday in next year or 1 year time. What are the 2 reasons that you want to go to JC, or what are the 2 reasons why you go to Poly? I'm not you like Jialing. I'm not you like Rachel. I'm not you like Liang Di. I'm not you like Xingyi, 对吗? Xingyi, you're set 4, right? I'm not you. You want to go poly or JC, it's none of my business. Okay. My business is to make sure that you pass SS, not just A1. I'm not interested in your SS get A1. I'm interested how you apply your SS in your real life, in your future. That is A1 to me. You get A1, it's your hard work. You don't get A1, I also don't care. Sorry, I don't mean to be sarcastic to anyone here. Singing, you need to apply what you have learned. So the two reasons why you think that Singapore government choose 30, I can give you one reason, because they are young and energetic. Agree or Singing? So you say I'm old and lousy and ugly and botak lah. Oh, Jialing, 他掉进我的陷阱 He dropped into my trap. You are not wrong, no, Xingyu. You are not wrong, because to be honest, a lot of people like my age, I tell you, it's very sad that we have no job, that we are all unemployed. I'm not crying, I'm just sweating very hot in my room, okay? One day, all of us get old, but we age. But because here is a true fact, you cannot expect Jialing grandfather, Xingyu your grandfather, and Uncle Raymond to stand in the front line. Enemy in front, charge! Bang, 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 bang. Well, I tell you, 神经病, you think it's Hua Mulan? Not, it's not true. Right? Oh, Jerry, you want to say something?
Teacher, the class has ended for 7 minutes.
Oh, yeah, up to you. If you can continue, you can stay, no problem. Usually they know I've overshot my timing. It's okay. If you want, you can stay on because I haven't finished my lesson. So sorry. All right, thank you, Jerry. So Xingyu, up to you. So what are the two? One of them is young and energetic, true not? That's why they can contribute more to the Singapore, man. Correct now. It's just like in the football team, right? Ziyu, right? Whether we're going to sell Harry Kane or not, I don't dare. Okay, nobody is bigger than the crowd. No, it's okay. I don't care. If you like the crowd, you stay on, right? Ziyu, right? As long as you must have the passion to like the players. That's very important. Okay. So that's one. I give you one clue already for this one. Take note. Next, I'm going to move on. So sorry if I take your time. You know my style. So extract 2 and 3 talks about the measures that have been put in place in the processing of granting new Singapore citizenship to immigrants. Now, I know some of you just now have explained and analyzed the audience, the timeline. Well done. So now this is time. Who do you think play a more important role in integrating new citizens into the Singapore society? Is it the government play an important part, or the local Singaporean play an important part to allow integrating new citizenship to Singapore? Is it it's a job of the government to do it or not? Or is it the people like you to help the new citizen to embrace, to embark, and to ensure they are able to continue to be part and parcels of Singaporean? Understand? Okay, so a quick one. Wait, sir, which one do you think is important? Is it government or you to welcome new citizens to the country?
Us.
For you, why?
Because it's like the government is like only providing basic education. We are the ones that are going to be like getting them to join our community.
So that the government is just only like a filtering, filter to see who can come in or not, right?
Yeah.
Okay, thank you. How about Ziyi? Government or Singaporean? It's just like, it's just like David, Singaporean. It's just like this levy, whether to decide levy or Nuno to decide whether Harry Kane to stay or go, right? So yes, Singaporean. Okay, last one before I go. Okay. Zhao Xuan, which one do you think, government or Singaporean? Yes. What do you think?
Singaporean too.
Singaporean. Okay. So I leave it to you. This one 8 marks. Children, listen carefully. Okay. This 8 marks, you must start one paragraph about how the government helped to play an important role to integrate new citizens into Singapore society. First paragraph for government. And then the second paragraph will be how the local Singaporean citizens help to integrate new citizens into Singapore society. And then the third paragraph, okay, listen, Okay, all of you, Yao Yi and all of you. Okay, the third paragraph is you decide whether the government play an important role or Singapore citizen, and you must make a stand. You have to weigh which one do you think is more important. If you don't do that, it's only 6 marks. Okay, it's a must in your O-level exam and your Set 3 exam. This one, you must give 2, no need to weigh. Just say that young and energetic. The other one is because they still got a long lifespan to help to build Singapore. Something like that. So these 2 reasons, that's about it. Okay, that is your homework. And once it's done, I will show you this piece of work by my ex-student who got full marks for this one. Okay. So I got to stop now here. Any questions? Any questions? Okay, all the best. And please inform that the face-to-face, Yao Yi, just now you came in late now. The face-to-face for the grassroots have to be postponed until further notice because of some uncle go to KTV. Now we cannot, we have to go back. Thanks to this uncle go to KTV, and KTV stand for Kiss the Vietnamese or Kana the virus. So we cannot to have face-to-face for the time being. And hopefully after 8th of August, we'll come back and we have a face-to-face for a real face-to-face exam, okay?